I do think that this sorry episode has been a defeat for the court's authority as a whole. See, despite me being a supporter of Prashant Bhushan on this particular case, saying that no contempt was made out, there is a part of me which says that this 1 rupee sentence is a wrong precedent. The default sentence, there are already people who are questioning it in pure terms of law, because under Section 65 of the CRPC, as far as sentencing goes, in default, you can't sentence for more than 1/4 of the maximum punishment. And here, where the maximum punishment is 6 months, this kind of 3 months thing doesn't wash. Then the second part of it is that as a default sentence, can you prevent somebody from practicing? In VC Mishra's case, the Supreme Court had said that you can't use 142 to take away somebody's license to practice. Now, and it was on the footing that the Bar Council was the ultimate authority by statute. Now, if you can't do it under 142, can you threaten it to impose it by means of a default sentence? In any event, a 1 rupee fine as a sentence which can only now be stayed in a review sends its own message. I am not sure that it is a good message. This only reinforces my earlier criticism that in matters of contempt and criminal contempt especially, the courts should not necessarily go off their own bat without seeking the assistance of the Attorney General. I remember an instance earlier on when I was a young lawyer and my senior was the Attorney General, that a man in court said something to Justice Ahmadi in his face. Said he was a Muslim gentleman in Sherwani and everything, and he just told Justice Ahmadi, either you are anti-national or I am anti-national. And Justice Ahmadi, even when the thing was contempt in the face of the court, he sent for the Attorney General, sought his advice, and thereafter the matter proceeded. These are deeply individual questions. How Prashant Bhushan approached his contempt or his this particular contempt case would obviously differ from how somebody else approaches the case if there is a notice of contempt. As to whether victory or defeat for individuals, I do not want to comment, but I do think that this sorry episode has been a defeat for the court's authority as a whole. We in the bar derive our authority from the court. Those on the bench derive their level of public trust largely by how the bar perceives them and how they treat the bar. We cannot be at loggerheads, nor can we encourage adventurism of any sort. I really suspect that this judgment and this particular case will soon lose precedential value. This is my personal take. I am firmly of the belief that both those tweets complained of were not contemptuous. They come within the ambit of maybe outspoken comment from a member of the bar. You may, you may think that it is not unwarranted or that it is unfair criticism, but it certainly is not contempt which uh, denudes the court of its authority. And the court, trying to restore that authority with this long judgment and this punishment, has not added to its stature. The court will have to now really do a lot more to reinforce the high esteem in which it is naturally held by the citizens of India who trust it as the interpreter of the Constitution. There is a rather impatient India which is looking at all institutions. I trust that the court will stand up in all its past glory.